Hi, this is Scientific Calculator developed in Eclipse. So let me show you guys how it works. That is the standard calculator. Okay, now you can maybe multiply that with whatever you want. Find the square root of that, plus minus. We can clear, add whatever figure in there and or whatever number and just delete. Okay, we can use the decimal place as well. As you can see, the decimal place only works once. Multiply that by 4 and there. Okay, we can give the scientific one a try. There we go. That's the scientific one. We can look for the cosine or cos of that cosine. We can search for pi. Pi multiplied by 2. We can round it up. Get tangent h, tangent, and we can find the cube root. Okay, now let's see if the binary works. Yeah, the binary works. Clear that. Let's check out the x. The x works as well. The octet works as well. Alright guys, so we also have another unit conversion here. There we go. That's the unit conversion. Okay, in this case you want to convert Nigerian money, and that is it. Let's try the US. Let's try maybe Kenya or Canada. There, and we can also go back to our scientific. Then go back to standard calculation. Okay, as you can see, if I go back to scientific, that clears, and I can enter whatever value there that I want to convert or whatever for the octets of that, the binary of that. Right, so we can even find the square root of that. Clear. Okay, so what I'll do now is take you guys straight into Eclipse development environment, and we'll put one of these together and you guys see how it was done. So let's do that now. Okay, we're going to start a new program. Double click on Eclipse right there, and I already have my folder in my C drive. Click on OK. Okay, we'll then start a new project. Let's click on Java project. Let's give that a name. I'm going to call it scientific underscore calculator. So that is the name of my file. And let's click on finish. There. Right there I've got my scientific calculator folder. Right click on it. Select new. And let's select order right here. Click on order, and in here we need the window builder. That is it there. Inside the window builder, let's say you want a window builder, that is it. Inside it you want swing designer. Click on swing designer, and right there you get this application windows. Click on next. So you give your product a name. I'm just going to call it calculators, and here maybe no space there. Right, click on finish there, and right there, that's it, ready. Click on design to see the interface. If there's anything there, yeah, that's the interface. The next thing I want to do is to define my interface. So let's come right there and just that much, and take it down a little bit. Okay, so that's the size of my interface now, and here we have the source code here. I can always change this to whatever, or maybe I should just increase this to 367. Right, yeah, that's fine. Then here you see these coordinates. Okay, that means it opens somewhere here. You can always change that to 200 if you want. If I debug and run it right now, what you'll see is you'll see the form somewhere here. See that? Okay, let's say we change it to 200. Let's change this to 200 and just debug and run. You see where it is. I think the 100 is fine because I'm going to need more room for the calculator as time goes on. Alright, that's fine. The next thing I want to do now is I'm going to need some component right here. Let's start with text field. Okay, right here, can you see the palette? Let's close this first, minimize that and open this. Let's come for, before the text field, I think let's insert a menu. Let's come to M right there, menu, and I need menu, J menu bar. So just click on it, come right there and just click inside your form. That's your J menu bar. I also need sub menus. I actually would need J menu itself there, so I can then enter file name there. Right now I can then apply my J menu item, right, and enter standard in there, and maybe one more or two more J menu item. Right, that is scientific. Then I'm going to need maybe unit converter. Yeah, unit converter or conversion. Maybe I should make it conversion. Right. Then let's go for one more. Maybe exit. Let's select J menu item. And there, enter, exit. Right. So I have my menu in place. So I might as well just define the menu. Let's debug and run first. Right there, we get the menu. Okay, close that. Okay, now that we have all the menus sorted, let's enter a title there. Select that and just go to wherever we get the title. That's the title right there. For the title, I'm just going to name that. Let's come for maybe well, let's change that to scientific, or maybe standard calculator space. There. So that is the name of the system, and a variable is actually created for us. That's it right there. So I can even select that. I'll come in here. We should get something to do with it. There we go. Right, we have the name of the whole system here. Okay, so we can call it. We can just highlight that. Right. So that's the name of it. I'm going to, before I do any other thing, let's come in, go back in here. I'll come back to that anyway. I'm going to need text field. Let's minimize this first. We need text field. I think before that, let's assign a layer. Let's come in here, assign a layer. That's good, absolute layer, that's fine. Okay, I can now assign my text field right there somewhere. Okay, just about that. Right. Now that I have my text field in place, let's come in here, right click on the standard. Now come to where it says add event handler. The event handler I intend to use is action perform. There. Okay, tap that down. So the standard, I'm just going to copy all of this. the standard interface will be this. Okay, that's the standard interface. Now, what about the text field? I'm going to need, let's give the text field a name first. Just going to call that, let's go for txt display. Right, that's my text field, and the standard width of this text field, I will change that to, let's say 4243. Yeah, okay. And the height, let's change the height to about 30, maybe 37. Right, okay, let's come back in here, right click here and select the action perform, and here we then need the name of the text field, txt display. Okay, dot set boundary. Let's come here, there we go. I think how many arguments, yeah, this, and let's say 10 by 11 and by 243 by 34. There, so that's my standard height and width for the text field. Copy all of this. Now undo that. Let's see, undo one more time. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to copy all of this now. Now come to the design right here. Right click on the scientific one. Come to add event handler and just paste that right in here. Paste it right in there. In the case of this, we need to change the width to, let's say 525. That's the width of the calculator itself. And the text field, let's change that to 494. That is fine. Now I need to change this name. I'd like it changed to scientific. There. Now I'm going to copy that. I will use that for my unit converter or conversion. Right click, select add event handler, change that, and right here enter that in there. In the case of the width here, I want it to be 884. Why every other thing remains the same apart from this very name here. Let's change that to unit conversion. Right, so the menu handler, I think that is ready now, so let's debug and run. Right, there we go. So if I come in here, select, that's the standard one. You see that, guys, that is the scientific, and that will be the unit converter or conversion. Scientific, let's come back to standard, and you can see the names here changes. Scientific, unit conversion. Now let's take care of the exit. In the case of the exit, right click, select event handler, come in here and change that straight to system exit. System dot exit. There, that is that. Now let's go for some buttons. Now let's look for the buttons. I think they're here somewhere. There we go. enter a button here. Okay, that's the first one. So I'll just speed up the whole process of this button anyway. Let's speed that up. Okay, this is how the interface look now. Let's compile and run. It does nothing really. So you see there's nothing happening here. Okay, nothing is happening in here as well. So all I just need to do is to give this objects, give each of these object names. So this one is going to be btn7, and the next one will be btn8, and so on. So I will just speed that up as well. Okay, they all have a name now, so let's start by taking care of the backspace. Right click, add events, action, perform, and right in here press enter. Let's declare the following. I'm going to declare the following string. I'll call that backspace. Backspace in this case equal no value. Now I will enter as follows: if txt display dot get text dot length greater than 0. Okay, let's enter a curly braces here. Now string builder let's say stbuild equals new string builder. Just copy that, paste, open a bracket, copy all of this here, copy that text box and paste it right in here. Okay, let's get rid of that, come in here and enter. Okay, let's see. Okay, we then want this string builder itself, or stb dot delete. We delete whatever character that is in the text box length itself. I'm going to copy all of that. Alright, just paste it in there. Then let's specify -1 and enter the semicolon. So we now want the backspace itself. Backspace equals my variable dot to string. Let's give that a try again. Dot to string right there, and enter semicolon. So display dot set backspace. Alright, there. So that will be that's the line of code for the backspace itself. So let's take care of number 7 right here. Double click on that. As soon as I take care of that, I can always just copy and paste, or yeah, let's take care of 7. Right click, add an action there. Okay, come in here, press enter. For the 7, I'm going to declare the following string variable: inumber or inum. Inum equals txt display okay, dot get, and let's say plus whatever is in btn7 dot get as well, get text. Right, close that. Then txt this equals whatever is in here, so change that to sets, and this will be inum, and enter semicolon there. So that will be for number 7. So I'm just going to copy that. Okay, let's copy it again. Yeah. All right. Now come in here, right click on number 8 and action perform. That's 8 there. Paste. Change this to 8. Repeat exactly the same thing for number 9. Right click, action perform. Do that. Paste. Change the button to 9, and we're going to repeat the same thing for number 4. I think after number 4 I will have to speed it up. Right there, 4. Paste that in here. Change this to 4. Okay, let's speed that up now. Okay, the number button are all taken care of. So just a quick recap on this number button. You can see I declare a variable called inumber. Whatever value is inside the text box is added to whatever is on the button. In this case, it's going to be number 3. So number 3, the text, the value on the button is added to the text box and is then stored in here, and that is then assigned to the text box. That's all there is to it. Okay, now let's take care of arithmetic operator. We start by taking care of the plus sign. So let's come in here, we'll right click and go to add event handler, action perform, and right there let's press enter. Now before we can do anything to this, I think I should declare some variables here. Let's declare some variables first. Let's go right up here. Okay, right here. So let's say double. That'll be first num. Okay, this is how it looks right now. So for the plus sign, here are the lines of code. So whatever is inside the text box is assigned into variable first number. Then we clear the text box and we assign the value to the operator, the plus value to the operator variables. Then what we need to then do is repeat exactly the same thing. So while the addition is holding on to the string value of arithmetic operator plus, so the same thing will be repeated for the subtraction. All we just need to do is change this to subtraction, and let's repeat the same thing for multiplication. Alright, that's fine. There, change that to multiplication, and then we will have to repeat the same thing for division. Yep. Paste, that's division. Now we're going to have to repeat the same thing for these modulus. Right click and come in here, repeat the same thing. paste and change the operator to yeah, there we go. Okay, now in the case of the square and the plus minus, let's take care of the plus minus first. Right click and come in here, action there. Okay, press enter. I'm going to declare another variable there and just call it ops equals, let's go for double dot plus double, and that will be string dot value of, and that will be txt display dot get there, and close that. Now okay, so the next thing is for us to now get the operator ops equals ops multiply by -1 there. Now the display itself, let's delete this. Yeah. Let's copy this and assign all the value inside. Whatever is left, assign it straight inside display, and just enter the variable ops in there, right there, and that should take care of that. I think we need to, let's get the string. Yeah, that should be string. Copy and paste it in there. Right, that is now, that should be correct now. So just cover this. Alright, that should take care of the plus minus. Okay, for the square right here, right click and come in here. I think maybe I should copy the value inside the plus minus and just paste it in there. Let's go back in here, double click, copy all of this and come back in here, double click on this, paste, and just change it to mass dot square, and what we want to square, that will be ops really. Right, that is that. So let's copy this as well. That can be used for other operator. Yeah, we can use that for sign. Yeah, and just change that, paste, and change this to sign. Okay, and repeat the same thing for sign H. So let's repeat that for log right there. Change that to log. There. So I'll just speed that up now that you guys see the whole process. Okay, now that all of that is done, let's have a look at the binary. That's the binary, as you can see, is base 2. Okay, those are the lines of code for that. Now let's come into hexadecimal, that's base 16, paste and change that to base 16. Let's go for the octal right there, double click, and as base 8. Change that to 8. You can see I declare a variable, and the variable, the data type is integer. Okay, now we need to take care of this right here. And right here, enter the following lines of code for the pi. Okay, pi 2. So 2 is going to be multiplied by the pi number. And let's have a look at the pi itself. The pi, that's the pi there. Okay. Press enter. Paste that in there. I'm going to delete these two. Yeah. No need of multiplying anything. That's the pi number there. Now, I need to take care of the cube and the run. This we just run the number to whatever. Right click on the cube. Click on that. Now press enter, and those are the lines of code for the cube. Now what is run? We want to run the number up. And right here the lines of code for run. That's it. That's the mathematical function there. Okay, I think we're about done. Okay, let's have a look at this. Let's come in here, just click on it. Alright, that should be multiply. Okay, now and get rid of this there. Okay, let's take care of the other one right here. Okay, x to power y. Double click on that, and right here, yep, that is, let's see. Okay, so that is the x to power y taken care of as well. I think I'm almost done with all of this, and maybe this is left. Let's see if there's anything there. Alright, there's nothing in there. Let's take care of that as well. And there, that's going to be log 10. Let's enter that. Yeah, that is a log 10. Okay, and the other one is here, this mode. I think we can just copy. Let's copy whatever we have in here. Yeah, let's copy that. As for mode anyway, has to deal with remainder. Now go back to the mode, double click and just paste that in there, and change that to mode right there. Okay, now we need exponential. Undo that, copy this. Let's come in here and change this to exp there, right, and where is it? Right here, there. Okay, that is if the value equals exp, right. So that is taken care of as well. Okay, now let's take care of the equals. Right click and let's select an event for the equals, and there. So that is for the addition. So what I'll then do is use an else statement. I'll copy that again, then come right here, else if, get rid of all of these, else right here, else if is subtraction, this becomes subtraction, and just copy that one and paste that in here, that becomes multiplication. Now division, and that's division as well. Okay, so we've taken care of the equals. Now let's come in here and just take care of this. We're going to need as follows in the model here. So I'll need various country there for the conversion. Click on OK. So we have those in there. Now we're going to declare some variable. Let's come in here, double click, and just go right up here. Let's declare the following variables. Okay, those are the variables for my conversion rate, though most of them are not accurate really. Let's change this to about 500, I think. Okay, you can always look up the current conversion rate. Now let's come in here, double click on the button there, and right in here enter the following lines of codes. Those are the conversion codes. Let me show it to you. Let's take it from the top right here. Okay, so we're converting it against the British pound sterling. Alright, so that's the Nigerian one, United States, and we have Kenya right there, Canada, so Brazil, India, Philippines, Indonesia. So those are the conversion rates. You can also add more countries if you want. Right, let's go back to the interface here and let's click on clear. So just need to enter as follows for the clear button, and with that, that'll be the end of this scientific calculator. Let me show it to you guys. There we go. Right, so all I just need to do now is to give it a try. Okay, let's just check it out and see how it looks. That is it right there. Okay, but I'm going to have to minimize this to something of about that before we can run it properly, but it's working as we want anyway. Okay, so it's meant to be something like this. Okay, so let's go back into the program. Let's minimize all of this, and right here click on the form itself and just drag this to about that. Okay, now let's run it again, debug and run. No, I think that is too much. Let's come back and just bring it back down a little bit more. Okay, now debug and run it again. Alright, so we can always select scientific, unit conversion. Let's convert maybe Canadian money, convert it to pound sterling there, and maybe to any other country. Let's go for Nigeria, maybe Brazilian, United States, Indonesia, Philippines, India. Oh, there's India somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that is the conversion working as we want. So let's see if the sign work. Yeah, that's working. That works. They all works as we expected. Clear. The multiplication sign works as well. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you all enjoyed it.